That is right, guys. So most of my final grades going into my final exam has been released. Yes, they are finally here. I have 3 out of 4 of the grades available that has been up to date. So yeah, we're gonna be speaking on those as well as I will be sharing what is my current GPA with you guys. So that's some really good information. So be sure to like this video, subscribe, and share. Definitely, share it to anyone that let them know that hey, we are sharing some great, exciting information today. So definitely, guys, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. So Urine is here, Urine is back, and today I have some great news which caught me by surprise because I was expecting good news, but at the same time, not so good news, So let's get right into it. Not gonna keep the introduction very short as we have some exciting news to go through. So as you know, I'm almost finished with semester 2, and I have approximately 3 to 2 weeks to finish up the final exam, which is going to be held next week and continuously until December 18. So, yeah. So my up-to-date grades going into those final exams, right? I'll also present them on the screen. I'll be sure to have an image so that you guys can see it without having to take my word, so you guys can see something on the screen over here. But anyways, yeah. So for this semester, I've done courses in accounting. I've done courses in computer applications. I've done courses in economics, and I've also done courses in management, right? And so far, my overview on the semester, it has been, should I say much better than last semester? I'm not sure if I should say much better, but it has been a lot more manageable. Let me say that, right? There's been so much good things that has happened this semester, amazing, great news, such as becoming an RBC ambassador, becoming more involved in school activities, as well as enlarging my network. There's been some positive things from this semester, alongside the negatives as well. But the good thing is that the positives outweigh the negatives, and I'm not relying on the negative aspects. So yeah, the positives are great, some great positives, and that's shows progress. So I have to be very I'm sure I say I have to be very thankful that I was able to accomplish what I have done thus far. So with that said, the overview of the semester, as I said, it's pretty good so far and easy going, not too bad. I mean, it has been stressing at times, it's just part of the process, so that comes natural now. With the stress, is just natural now, so nothing much to complain about, as you do get used to the stress. Anyhow, as I said in the title, we're gonna speak on the grades thus far going into the final exams. I'm gonna also have you guys know how much the final exams will be valued. I don't even have my calculator to just do some computation right now, because it would great to be able to have an idea of how much out of 100% I'll be going into the final exam with. So let me see if I can find my calculator. It shouldn't be too far. It should be in my bag. All right. Let's get my bag. Oh, so I have my bag right here. I think it should be here. So let me just have this, because it would be great to have this so that we can do a bit of calculations. You understand? So let me put you guys back right here, and let me just go ahead to find that calculator. So my bag right here. Always have sometimes a biscuit in my bag, Might never know when you're gonna get hungry and need some food to eat. So let me just see where I put that calculator. Alrighty, hold on. I always have some big books. Here we go. Finally found the calculator. So let's get right into it now, as that took up a bit of time. So yeah, where should we start? Maybe we should start with the worst. All right, so my worst grade this semester thus far is an 80.25 or 4 something. Yeah, that's my worst grade thus far. And that is in accounting overall going into the final. There is actually just, is it 2? Yeah, 2 assignments and 2 quizzes that isn't done as yet because we still have more teachings to do. Imagine, guys, the final is in like 3 weeks for accounts, and we still have 2 topics that will be on the final exam. We have investments to do, and we have cash flow to cover, and that will be on the final exam. And we have 2 weeks or 3 weeks actually, and that class is held once a week. So 2 weeks to do the other 2 topics, and we're gonna have to do it in the final exam, which is the other week. Seriously, like we don't even get time to like revise or even process the information. So it's like, things is really rushed, and that's what college. You see, if you're not fast paced, you're gonna be out. Luckily for me, I've already started investments, so I just have like one more chapter to self-study, because you can't really rely on lecturers. Like lecturers will fail you. You understand? You can't rely on them to like say, all right, let's get this out of the way as soon as possible, or you're just gonna have to understand from your perspective in order to like be able to be successful. Otherwise, it's gonna be difficult, it's gonna be hard, because it's just too much work in a little amount of time. So that's a part of it. So that's my lowest grade thus far, and with the quizzes and assignments that haven't yet been accounted for, it's possible for me to go into the final exam with like an 82. So right now it's at an 80, and that's like 80 out of like 70 marks. So it's 80% going into the final, but all of these assignment quizzes plus the 2 midterms are worth 70 in total. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like the assignments are worth X amount of percent, the midterms together are worth X amount of percent, and the quizzes are worth X amount of percent. All right, so when converted from 80% to 70 marks, that is times up by 70, that is 56. So I already have 56 out of 7 going into the final exams, and based on my standpoint right now, I already passed the course. Come on guys, let's clap for that one. Let's clap for that one, guys. Like, I've already passed the course, and the final is there, which was the other 30%. So the highest possible mark I could get in the course, saying that I do the other assignments, I do well, and I get up to 82. So the highest possible marks I could get in accounting, if I get 100 on the final, would be, wait, hold on. That would be an 88% if I get 100 on the final. Can I get 100 on the final? Of course I can get 100 on the final. That would be great if I get 100 on the final, man. That would be amazing. So 88, and that would see me receiving a grade of A minus, So A minus. All right, so that's actually very, very good. I just have to focus on the final exam right now. You guys know the midterm went, the midterm 19, the midterm 1, then I got a 60 in the midterm 2. That's the negative of the semester. But just like, as I said, midterm 2 was a more fast-paced midterm, because it's in the middle of the term, and how my lecturer set his exams is that you have to actually know the entire book word for word, because it's not like you only get short answer questions. You see, me, when it comes down to accounting, I'm more better with like doing the working out and like drawing up financial statements. That's what I am good at. I'm better at making journal entries. I'm better at analyzing. When it comes down to the theoretical accounting, me dumb. Like, I am dumb when it comes down to theoretical accounting. I have knowledge on it, but not as much as how you would have it in like the multiple choices, because multiple choices can be very tricky. You have like so much answers that are like very close to each other. So it's not that you're stupid, it's just that the answers are just so close, you're like, okay, your brain is like choosing in between, and that's the thing. Because even with this exam, a midterm 2, I actually got full marks for the short answer questions. So the short answer questions were worth 15 marks in total. 3 short answer questions, each worth 5. I got full marks for those, and then it's just the multiple choices that I was like, nah, took me off. But no worries, based on other grades outside of midterm 2, it helped to bring about my grade to 80.4, I think. Anyhow, so that was my worst grade so far. Moving on to my second grade, second up the ladder, would be on management. Now, management hasn't been updated fully, right? That's just the only course that hasn't been updated as yet. But I know for management, on my midterm, I got an 80%. On my quizzes, I got like straight 90s. So and then we have a presentation to do, which I'm gonna mash up. You know me already, guys. So yeah, we have a presentation to do, and I'm praying to get at least. I'm looking to get at least a 19 out of 20, so that way I'll be going into my final exam with at least, because the final exam is a 30% exam as well. So I'm looking into going into my final exam with at least 65 out of 70. Yeah, around there. Yeah, around there. A 65 out of 70. Or maybe even a 60 out of 70 or something like that. So 60 to 70, and if I get 100 on the final, the possible grade is to get a 90, so that's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's really good. And then I have coming up, you guys will see which one is the second best. Oh, my computer application. So with my computer applications, I currently have a 92. Based on that, I'll get pure 90s in that class. So we did capstone projects. Those were, I don't want to do those again. Those were just too time consuming. It takes so much time to do a capstone project because you have to do like read the instructions and apply it to the documents, and it's just like so much to do. Yeah, so my capstone project was so bad. It was like so much to do. But it wasn't great. Grades I got like 95 and up. So that was great. I spent time on doing those, so of course I would get a good reward. So yeah, that was okay. The class is overall boring though. The class is so boring, like you want to sleep. Like even if you don't want to sleep and you just go into that class, you're like, seriously, guys, you're like, oh, yeah. So that's the downfall of that. And then the best of the best lecturer. Drum play, please. My economics class. That lecturer is the best. Tutorita. Isn't that lady the best, man? She's the best. Like, I love all my lecturers. Big up to yourself, Mr. Raymond. Mr. Raymond, if you're watching my video, big up to yourself. Mr. Raymond, a boss. When we were in Mr. Raymond class, I thought Mr. Raymond was going to be so strict. Because the first time I went into his class, he was like, no phones. I don't want to see no one on their phones. And then he was like, I want questions from everyone. I want everyone to be answering questions. And if you don't answer questions, I will ask questions. And then he was like, if you don't attend my class, 0.5% off your final grade. I was like, ooh. That was like first time, meeting him. I was like, wow. I was like, wow, what did I do to myself? What did I do? That's like, because like he was like stern, it was like very stern. But as the semester went by, Mr. Raymond, I was boss. That class is like one of my best class because it's more interactive. You can even be on your phone, but like, I think it's a case where like, you're just deep in your phone and not focusing, but like to how the class is, once you're like a productive student, you won't even realize that you even have your phone on you because it's very interactive, and that's what make the class, very fun, very enjoyable. And as such, you ultimately enjoy the class and love your lecturer. So big up to yourself, Mr. Raymond. Mr. Raymond, we're also in the case study together. So, I told you guys about the business case competition. We're going to compete against the other universities here in Alberta. I know we're going to beat them up, of course, because we have Mr. Raymond, the boss of the boss. So big up to yourself, Mr. Raymond. Appreciate you a lot if you're watching this video. So, yeah, we're going to mash up the business case competition. So guys, look out for that as well. Come in January. We have lots of case competitions. You guys are accounting guy on the team. Yeah, man, we have a lot of work to do with numbers. Anyhow, yeah, so Mr. Raymond class, you guys know he's my management lecturer, right? Anyways, where was I? Yeah, so I was just bigging up my lecturers. So we have, who else? Mr. Raymond for management, Tutorita for economics. Bill is a good lecturer as well, man. Well, Bill is our okay lecturer for accounting. I don't think it's even his fault that we have 2 weeks to prepare for 2 topics with the exam in the other week. I don't think it's his fault because what happened is that in our schedule we did have an extra week, but that extra week got cut. Reason being is because the school had shut down. There was something function that was keeping, and that wasn't accounted for in our schedule. So it's kind of like, all right, we're gonna have to push everything back a week, which means that no revision time. So yeah, that's what happened. And yeah, It's very sad on our side. Very, very sad. And it's unfair to us as a class because other classes that don't have a class on the Friday would be able to be a step ahead. So, just very unfortunate, but no worries, it's okay. Yeah, Billy's a great lecturer. And my last lecturer, Marvin. Marvin is cool, man. Marvin is cool. My computer application lecturer, I mean, it's not that he's boring, it's just the class is boring. So yeah. Anyways, Chidarita, number one in my heart. Chidarita, number one. So in Chidarita class, I have a 94. Can you believe I have a 94 going into my final exam with other assignments to do? I have like one more assignment to do in that class. I can probably go up to a 95. And let me tell you, if you know economics is not the best. It's not easy. So right, really, really takes time. But I think I have a passion for economics and a love for it. I don't know why. It's just weird. That type of love in your life that you don't know why you love this and why you love that, but it's just there. Yeah. So I got a 95 going in the final, and that 95 is just worth 60%. So it's not like the others that are like 70%. It's 60%. So I have like 57 out of 60 if I get 100% on my next quiz. So 57 and the final exam is like a 40. If I get 100% on the final exam, I get a 97 in that class, and that's like an A+. Now, if all those go well, I'm looking at probably for this semester, I'm looking at probably like a 3.6 GPA. 3.6, yeah. So currently, big news for my GPA now. So for last semester, so my GPA is just based on last semester. It's not based on these current grades. So when these current grades go in, how much of my final exam them, my GPA go like rise. So right now I have a 3.3 GPA. Now a 3.3 here is not a 3.3 elsewhere. So you might be in the States, you might be in other provinces, you might be in Jamaica, you might be wherever you are. It's just not the same here as it is in other places. So yeah, a 3.3 here is a 80 to 84 average, right? So once you have a 3.3, then you're between 80 to 84. Once you have a 3.5? Yeah, once you have a 3.5, then you're between 85 to, I think it's 85 to, what is it? 85 to something. I don't even remember, but it's 85 and above for like a 3.5. So, if once you have like a 3.3, 80 to 80, and then like 80 to 84, and then going down to a 3.0, that's 75 to 79. So, it's kind of like very challenging here when it comes down to GPA. That's why I usually say, hey, I just have like an 80 average. That's what I do. And, it don't sound too bad. Because like a 3.3, you have people getting like a 4.0, and then a 4.0 is like literally an 85 average. If I have a 3.3 and I have an 80 plus average, it's kind of like not reflecting the level of, knowledge or competence, right? So yeah, I usually say I have an 80 average. So hopefully coming into next semester, not next semester, at the end of this semester, my grades will, probably even shoot up. I think it will shoot up because I'm doing much better than I was last semester. And I ended with a 3.3. I also got like a B- in one of my classes in like my finance class last semester. So for this semester, we're coming in with stronger grades, stronger everything. You understand? Everything is like stronger. So yeah, that's going on right now, and we're gonna shoot up like this. So yeah, what I was saying again is the fact that at the end of this semester we're looking to get at least a 3.5, which will shoot me up to a what is it? An 85. Is it on 3.5? I think it's a 3.7 actually. Do you guys see the big gap between the 3.3 to 3.7 GPA? Like it's a big gap because a 3.7 is actually an 85. Yeah. So for this semester, we're gonna shoot it up to a 3.7. Hopefully. Let's pray that the final exams aren't too bad. I think I got a cut right here, Yeah, just praying that the final exams aren't too bad. Once those are really good, then we're shooting up into the 3.7. With a 3.7, that'd be really good right now. But it's kind of difficult considering the activities that I'm doing, because right now case studies is like an extra course that I'm just doing for like participation purposes, and it's also gonna be good on my resume, and like building network, because industries are going to come to watch us, man. What do you mean? People from real industries in the panels, they're gonna come to watch us because these are problems that they are currently facing, and we as the competitors will be trying to solve. So these are real life problems that these businesses are facing, and they need us to solve it. So, people, industries are coming to watch us produce these presentations. So, I mean, it's really good. It might hamper my grade a little bit because of, the extra effort that I have to put in it. I go to meetings for 2 times a week, plus I have to do like extra analysis on the cases and then do presentations, PowerPoints, etc. So it's kind of like, taking a little bit of my school time, but no problem, because as I said, if I just come here, go to school, what will set me apart from the other students who are also graduating with a degree in my field? Like, what is going to set us apart? Things like these will set us apart. You understand? Things like having been a competitor for a business case, things like being an RBC ambassador, things like that will set us apart. Things like, networking will set us apart, irrespective of like grade point, GPA. You also have to have other duties, because if I can present well, if I have good, relationship with people, if I got good interpersonal skills, then, and that person does have, then, I mean, come on, once you're a people person, then more than likely your business is going to strive once you're a people person. And, if you know how to deal with people, if you know how to present yourself good, then you have a very good thing over those who are just like an introverts, So yeah, that's good. And I think that concludes my grades. However, it doesn't conclude the end of this video, because I want to show you guys something. So interestingly, I have figured out how to use the air fryer. So if you guys look right here, this is the air fryer. I was cooking up some chicken, and let me look at these chicken right now. Can you guys see? Oh, yeah, so you guys can. So I cooked some chicken in the air fryer. See? Yeah, these are going to be my food for today. Should carry me through the day. Let's try it. Seems like it's finished. Let's try a piece. If not, I'm going to put it back in. So I'm going to try a piece. Instantly, I could actually taste. All right, yeah, this chicken is finished. All right, guys, so, wow. Wow. Never a long while since I cooked some good chicken. Actually, it tastes really good. This is really good. You can actually taste the flavors, and it doesn't taste fresh, because usually my chickens are fresh. You guys know that too. So yeah. But anyways, guys, big up on yourself. Leave some comments down below. Yeah, if you guys like what you heard, leave some comments down below. And yeah, man. So for this semester, as I said, my lowest grade actually was a 60%. That's in my accounting exam, which is very unfortunate, But no problem, because we have strong faith and belief, and we can improve. You understand? So yeah, we're gonna do it. Hey man, guys, big up to yourself. All time when you forget myself ready. I'm gonna hold that fresh, eat some food, and then we're gonna start up on the accounting again. I know we're not ease up. Yeah, man, I say, guys, we're not ease up, man. We're not ease up. We're not ease up, because we got to go down the road of the Jericho, and we gotta get what we gotta do. Hey guys, sometimes I feel like some brain go, because it's like sometimes we just do some things we have to question. No. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, I get it now. And then we just start running up and down around the place like me and eat it. Yo, I want to tell you this. It's when accounting, guys, when you like it, you don't understand a concept, it stresses you out. It stresses you out because if you don't understand the concept, you can't move on. Because if you move on, then the other thing that you're going to do will also involve you need to know how to apply the concept that you never understood. Right? So if you don't understood that concept, then when you move on, you can't do the other thing, because you need to understand the previous concept. Yeah, and it's the same thing if you move on and don't understand even the second concept. You need to understand that concept to be able to move on. So that's with accounting, So yeah, when you understand something, it's like you run. It's like adrenaline rush, build up in your body, and you just start run up and down, because it's like feel accomplished. Like you feel as if, hey, you're moving, progress, right? And your progress feels really great in life. But yeah, yeah, man, that's how I think sometimes, like, I question myself, like, yeah, you in your show, yeah, all right, because I'm start running up and down in the place. I'm not in a sense. Luckily, right, kind of there when you're for them madness there. Because right, could I be like, hey bro, you okay? Are you sure you're okay? I'm like, yeah man, I'm alright. You know? But yeah guys, I really appreciate you guys supporting me in terms of like the videos, etc. It really helps, especially in times like now when I can't really work much hours with intense pressure coming down from exams. You know, it certainly helps a lot. You know, yeah, big up to yourself. Happy end of the month. It's now December. It's quick gift season. All right, so yeah. Also, guys, remember to tell Auntie and say I want my cake too. All right, so see you guys out. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Uhraine's out.